everybody, it's Karen and welcome to my channel. I'm sharing another mini album today. I was inspired to make this album from Laura at the Pretty Blue Stamper Designs YouTube channel. She had used the same paper stack and I've had this I think for 5 years. It's called the Pink and Navy. Somewhat difficult to use for a mini album because the patterns are very big. There's no cutouts, there's no words, and everything is pink and navy. I love how it turned out. It's 7.5 by 7.5. It's made out of 2 layers of chipboard, so it's really thick. On the front cover, I used a frame from Maggie Holmes collection, and I put some tulle lace underneath it, so it's 4 inches across. You all know that mannequin die from Tim Holtz. I used some paper flowers here that are pop dotted, some punches with some pearls I broke off a spray I bought. And this is a saying from a Dear Lizzie collection that I had sprayed and missed, and I hated it, and I ended up just taking some glossy white acrylic and painting it, and I liked it that way. The spine is 2.5 inches with some denim paper on it. Love using that stuff. I did add I glued down a little tab here, put a notebook ring through it, and then I added some ribbons. This is the back. So all the papers from the collection, I did add some navy blue paper, some light pink paper, and some white. And I made all my own embellishments other than the paper flowers you see here on the front. I made 4 pages made out of 110 count cardstock. They are not pocket pages, they're nice and sturdy. I made 4 of them with 1/2 inch gutter spaces. This is a stack the deck binding. So on the inside cover, I was also inspired by a lot of women that made mini books like from Russia and Ukraine. I watch them when I'm on the treadmill. I've got my headphones in, so I watch a lot of videos on silence, and I just try to figure out how they've made it. And it seems like they put a lot of their photo mats on the inside of the pages, either making slots or they attach them. Show you an example. They just glue down the spot here wherever, and I've done that throughout the album. So on the inside cover, I have a flap for photos. I did make my own hinges with a Cricut machine, and this is a swirl that I also cut out. I made my own flowers, and I just added these little white button brads to it. And I have a lot of spaces, label spaces in here for a small amount of journaling glued down. So this just opens up. I did use magnets in here. I had thought about using lace and then I didn't, so I had to cover up the magnets, and I used a lot of the paper scraps for that. And so this photo mat that opens up is attached to a flap on the inside cover. And here I have another little cluster of embellishments I made. So this photo is only 3.5 by 5. My photo store has specials on these, and I really like them. They're really inexpensive and it's great quality. But all these photo mats do hold 4 by 6. This is sideways, but it does look really nice. It's great. So on the inside cover, I added this 4-inch piece of lace here that comes in a roll, and I had just seen this insert. I had just seen this on another channel. It was Scrapbook Fashionista. She had an insert just like this. It was made with 2 envelopes and then photo spots in the middle. So it holds a lot of photos because you can tuck some in those envelopes. I made the envelopes out of on the envelope board maker, and I just added some of my own embellishments on the front. I made some of my own paper clips off a Cricut cartridge, and I added like a little, I don't know if you can see it, like a little 1/2 inch circle piece of lace I added in between the layers. It looks really pretty. So onto the first page, there are 2 swing photo mats that open up. Again, my own embellishment and hinges. And it opens up like this, and then this paper like this. And I have a slide pocket here with some photo mats and some tags. I made some tags off my Cricuts. And here's another little labeling spot with that paper clip. I used a punch for this. And then on the back of the first page, this opens up for 2 more photos, and then again 1 on the back. Some of them I didn't use the strips. I actually made some tuck corners that the pictures can be slid right in there. these are magnetic, and so another photo could go right underneath here. On to the second page, I made a little 4x4 square. Love these papers. Let's see, on the back I added some plain navy, and this opens up this way to form two more photos on the inside, and then another one over here, and then a small photo cut down could go right here. Here is another pretty mannequin that came off a Cricut cartridge, and then I just traced around this piece with some lace and decorated it a little bit. So this goes like that. And on the back of the second page, it's going to fold downwards, and this is a pocket. Goes like this. So there's room for 1, 2, maybe a small photo here, and then 2 more on the back. But this is a pocket underneath, and I made 3 tags using some scraps of paper. Over here, this photo mat's going to go up. So a photo could go right here on the front, and then right here, and then right here. These are 4.5 by 6.5, all these photo mats I put in here. This one on the back's just got the pretty corners that can tuck underneath there. Underneath it, I added a vellum pocket with a pretty cluster here of my homemade embellishments, and I added some photo mats to, whoops, uh-oh, I just ripped it. I gotta fix that. I'll cover it up with a leaf. 2 more photo mats go in there. On the back of the third page, this is going to flip up. This was my favorite paper in the whole stack, this blue gingham against the blue and white polka dots. I even wore a blue pink gingham shirt while I filmed this. So there can be a photo here, and then there's spots on the inside and up here. This goes up again, and then this photo mat is glued down, and this is lifted up for a photo to go underneath it. And over here I made an envelope and used it as part of the page design. This is another spot for a 4x4 photo with the hinges attached. It folds down for a photo spot, and then this flap on the envelope goes up, and this opens up for room for 1, 2, 3 more photos plus room on the front. And on the inside of the envelope, I made some little 4x4 cards to journal on or put pictures on. And this envelope actually comes up. It's attached with like a flap that I used a punch on. And then you could even put a photo like right here or underneath here this way. And here's a little journaling spot down here. So it goes like this. Whoops. Not that way. Like that. This is my favorite layout, these two. And on the back page, I added another photo mat flap. This is all open for a photo. Let's see. A photo will just slide right underneath that little tiny belly band. And this will open this way. There's room for 2 more photos. Another one on the back. These corners are open. I like how the black and white photos look in there. And then this photo mat flap goes, it's just a single, it goes that way. On the inside I have another mannequin, so this is my third dress form in the book, and from another Cricut cartridge. And this is a pocket, and I've added the same things like I did in the other pocket, a tag, a photo frame, and a photo mat. Like that. And on the inside cover, it is identical to the front cover, just in opposite direction. There is place for a photo here on the front, right next to the hinges. That looks nice. 2 more on the inside. And this flap opens up. You could put a photo underneath here. And then there is another envelope insert that I made. This is again is the lace, the tulle lace, and places for more photos. So this book will easily hold 70 pictures, and if you use a lot of the back sides or maybe the fronts where there's less space, you could maybe get like 80 plus pictures in here. So I thank you so much for watching my video and for all your kind comments. Goodbye now.